Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends X-Men Origins Wolverine. Hello and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends X-Men 20th anniversary line, and in front of me today we have X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now, obviously we've wanted a Hugh Jackman Wolverine in Legends form for years, and then 3 came at once, as I've already got this one single carded as well, which was an Amazon exclusive, which is the Days of Future Past sort of look, as he has those bone claws. And there's also the exclusive 2-pack from the Logan movie with Charles. So 3 came at once, which is not bad to have those display options. So obviously I've already done a full review of this white tank top version of Wolverine. I'll put the link in the in the corner of the screen, but I will do a comparison of these two as I open this new one, or this new jacketed version, which I do believe is his look from the Origins movie. So I think the likeness looks great, better on one head than the other, but yeah, crazy that we're getting these figures. So I like the packaging, all stylized like all the other figures, with this silhouette on the side, silhouette on the back, no sort of bio or wave association. We all know who it is, it's Wolverine of course. So without further ado, let's get this guy open. So here's our jacketed Wolverine out of the box with his accessories. We do get another interchangeable head which isn't screaming, and then we get some fisted hands in case you wanted Wolverine without the claws on. So I do appreciate the display options. Now I think this is his look from the Origins film. I'll try and pull up some screen grabs of that film to see if I'm right or wrong. I do think the non-screaming face has a better likeness to Hugh Jackman than the screaming face, but again, the screaming face has expression, it will work in your displays, but it's the same sort of lower half as the previous Amazon exclusive, with the jeans, the belt buckle, and then he's got like this plaid shirt with the jacket over the top, which seem to be new pieces. Not pinless, you can see the pins on this one, unlike the previous Wolverine, which is fine, I don't mind. Again, I know they're only dabbling in that new pinless technology, but still this guy looks good. So let's zoom in and check out those face sculpts. So this screaming head, the likeness isn't spot on to Hugh Jackman, if I'm honest. It's a little bit wild. I do think maybe if you squint your eyes, it works from certain angles. But again, it's an expressive face. I do think you can get away with it. It is really nicely sculpted with the hair and the teeth and the mouth, all really well painted with the mutton chop sort of sideburns. So yeah, I think Hasbro are getting so good at this sort of digital face scan printing, but the more expressive the faces are, I guess the harder it is to get them accurate, but it still works. Now while we're there having a closer look, there's the jacket. As I said, it's a separate piece, has the shirt underneath, but if you took the jacket off, then you'd have the jacketed arms with the shirt. You can see the little vest, white vest top underneath the plaid shirt, and then down to the belt buckle, and the jeans are the same as previous. And as I said, no pinless tech on this one. You can see the pins on the knees and on the arms, but that's not a problem. So this is the one head sculpt. He does have another. So here we have a more neutral expression Hugh Jackman, and again, I do think the likeness is really good. Probably better on this one than the screaming head, if I'm honest. Really like the hair sculpt. I think they've got it spot on for an early, younger Hugh Jackman back in the early 2000s, those big sideburns as well. But yeah, this guy is looking very nice. So he comes obviously packed with the trademark Wolverine claws. You get 2 of them, 1 on each hand. Now the double jointed elbows are nice enough, and again, these are those new sculpted claws that we've seen on the previous figures that are much nicer. They sit on the knuckles a lot better. They're not warped in the box. They're thick. Definitely a lot nicer than previous blades. But if you wanted a more sort of relaxed Hugh Jackman, you can, as he also comes with 2 normal fisted hands, so you can have yourself a more neutral sort of Hugh Jackman Wolverine Logan on the shelf without the claws, and I quite like that as well. I like having each figure with a different look to sort of find its place in the display. But yeah, really liking this guy. Let's quickly mention the articulation on this jacketed body. So the arms do go up way past 90, to be fair. Well, not way past, but you know what I mean. They go up big enough. There is a swivel on the bicep and a double jointed elbow, which works very nice. There is an ab crunch in there behind the jacket. You just need to open the jacket and you can see it. So it does go forward quite a bit and back, not so much. But if you took the jacket off, I guess it would. There is a swivel at the waist as well. The head does go down and up and tilt and pivot and all of that good stuff. And the wrists do have a hinge in them as well. There's a swivel at the top of the thigh. The legs go out that much. Double jointed knees, as you would expect. He can kick his own ass, and then he can have a decent ankle pivot as well. So great range of articulation, definitely more than standard for Marvel Legends, and you can get Wolverine in some very nice poses, I am sure. So here we have our 3 Logan aka Wolverine figures that we got with the X-Men 20-year anniversary. We got the Logan and then the 2 X-Men versions here on the side. Now, it's crazy to think that in these years of Hasbro Marvel Legends, we never got a Wolverine, a Hugh Jackman Wolverine at least, and now 3 came at once. And I thought to myself, do we really need 3? But now they're all here, I do think each one of them represents a different look for Logan and Hugh Jackman to celebrate him in the collection. So I'm very happy to have all 3, and I'm very curious to know your favourite. Which is your favourite Wolverine out of these 3? I thought to myself the white tank top is the one I needed, but now I've got this jacketed version with that face sculpt. It's really nice. That may be my new favourite, but still very curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know. But let's do some head swapping and see what we can come up with. I also wanted to show that these 2 head sculpts are different. You can see how the hair sculpt is the main difference on the 2. And this one has the sort of trademark Wolverine points from the early X-Men films. And this is the Hugh Jackman sort of brushback hair style. So even though they're both neutral Wolverine poses, the hair is different. And again, it does justify having them both on display, I think. You can find a home, I'm sure. But yeah, both very nice. So let's swap them around. Okay, so you can swap the heads, they will pop on, but I don't think they sit right on the bodies. This one sits too high on the neck, and you can see he's got a big hench neck and a small head, and then this one, the head is too big and buries too deep on the neck. So I don't think you should really swap the heads. I do think each one is purposely made for the particular body they are on. I do want to mention that you can swap all the hands around. So if you want the fisted hands on the white tank top version, you can do that. And if you want the bone claws on the jacketed version, you can do that. So all 3 Wolverines, you can swap their hands around, no problem. All the skin tones match and they work really well with each other. So again, if you wanted the bloody claws from the Logan 2-pack on these figures, you could do that as well. And just for one more quick head swap, here are the 2 alternative heads swapped on opposite bodies. So here's the jacketed screaming head, and then here's the gritted teeth head that came with the white tank top. So again, I don't think the heads swapping really works. I do think all the heads are made specifically for the bodies they came with. But if you wanted to, I guess you could, but I don't think it looks that great. And for our Fox X-Men comparison, here we have Wolverine compared to Deadpool and Cable. And these Hugh Jackman Wolverine figures seem so tall and don't really fit into scale. Now, they may be accurate to Hugh Jackman's actual height, but my mind's eye version of Cable should be a lot taller than Wolverine in the movies. Even though I'm assuming Josh Brolin's probably shorter than Hugh Jackman and it's quite accurate, it just doesn't sit right in my head. These Hugh Jackman Wolverine figures are great, but I do think they are really tall compared to other movie figures. Here we have him with a suited Tony Stark, for example, and as you can see, he makes him look tiny. So there, these Hugh Jackman figures are great, but again, the scale just seems a little bit off to me. Here we have Wolverine compared to Old Man Logan, and Wolverine, of course, with the unmasked head. And you can see how tall he is compared to the comic figures, but I guess that doesn't really make a difference. Let's replace that one with the 3-pack Tiger Stripe version, as that's definitely my mind's eye version of Wolverine. And yeah, crazy how people were so mad Hugh Jackman was cast as Wolverine way back in the day. So, final thoughts, this is a great Hugh Jackman Wolverine. To be honest, I wasn't that excited to get this jacketed version, as I thought my mind's eye version of Wolverine was that white tank top version. But this jacketed version may be my favourite out of the 3 Hugh Jackman Wolverines we've recently got, which was a surprise to me, but I'm very happy to have them all. We have waited long enough for a Hugh Jackman Wolverine in Legends form, and I will find a place for all of them in the collection, no doubt. So you let me know your favourites, and if you want to find more Marvel Legends reviews, then trust me, you are in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlists, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. If you want to help the channel grow, you can do that on Patreon. Links in the description. But until then, people, my name is Dan W, and I will, of course, see you on the next one.